A mystic temple far, far away in the depths of the desert. Two witches driven totally insane are ruling this land and watching over this temple. I loved this boss fight, even though it was far too easy. Consider it's the last boss before Ganondorf. But two witches pulling their forces and transforming to one sexy bitch. Fantastic, surprising idea. Next point goes to atmosphere. It makes my skin crawl when I hear that music. But not just the music, the impressive interior and design as well. Especially innovative is the fact that you can find your two special items, the silver gloves and the mirror shield. But like in many other dungeons, one can see a two-part layout here. Two parts which almost don't interact. First, you complete the first half as a child, and after that the other half as an adult. Merely the last part, where you have to use the mirrors, is more complex. But like in ancient Egyptian tombs and pyramids, you will have to solve so many puzzles in each room. Well, most of them are already well known, but more difficult and varied. Let's enjoy this music now. I bet most of you guys out there start to complain again. I know that's a matter of taste, all the time of course, but let's be honest, this dungeon is damn huge and offers us exciting fights, especially against the boss Agorok on the top of the highest tower. Remember that fight? It's one of the best fights ever, don't you think? What do you feel while investigating the whole city? You got the architecture and listen to the peaceful and melancholy sounds. Everything appeared so impressive and totally mystic. I think this dungeon lives up to the expectations. A long time forgotten culture high up in the clouds. Just one problem concerning this. Well, one also expects serious folks up there. Beings who give the sky a deeper meaning, more information about the civilization. But, well, you know the answer. It's really disappointing. And it's not so complex either. Really huge, but that's all. Most time you're walking in one direction. First you investigate the one side of the city, after that the other side, and right after that the upper levels in the center. Not really interconnected. But the concept with the double hook shot and the rotating bolts is fantastic. In this case the dungeon exploits its full potential. Gamers are reminded of the spirit temple of Ocarina of Time when they are listening to this music. Well, it has this Egyptian feeling too, not only because of the desert theme. An ancient mine just like a tomb under the surface. The new feature in this dungeon that has never been experienced in a dungeon before is a totally innovative changing time concept. There are several puzzles that have to be solved by transforming the dungeon into a place that existed many years ago, a time when robots and high-technological artillery were occupying this place to protect it. This is the only dungeon where sand and facility elements were combined, and it's not that easy either. Some battles, especially against the boss Moldorak, are debilitating and tricky at once. Too bad that there's no mini-boss. In my opinion, it could be more huge and complex either, but still a fantastic dungeon, the first one I loved in Skyward Sword. Ancient's Turn. They also call this dungeon the Butter Temple. Not very surprising, is it? That's what I like about the dungeons in Skyward Sword. Some of them mirror certain cultures, so does the Fire Sanctuary too. Anyway, the point is that this dungeon's atmosphere is perfect, without a doubt. Once you enter the dungeon, you'll be catched by this interaction of music and design. But the Ancient's Turn has another ace up on its sleeve. It keeps a dark secret concealing the depth of it. A basement that resembles some kind of hell lying beneath the holy surface. That's why it's also called the Heaven and Hell dungeon. An absolutely what the fuck moment once you reach this creepy place. So awesome. Later you will encounter the boss Collectors, which offers you an interesting and really epic boss fight. First time I saw him and his 6 arms and swords, I stared awestruck on the TV and said, oh my fucking god. It's sad that most parts of the dungeons are way too linear, especially the underground, but still a great dungeon.